Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a Pokemon where recently got a community day, which is Axew Community Day, which has now concluded all around the world and even in the US, which is Breaking Swipe on Haxorus. With the recent community day, Haxorus got a new move of Breaking Swipe, which is a Dragon Claw clone, but also adds the debuff chance along with it. Not a debuff chance, but it's also a guaranteed chance to lower your opponent's attack by 1 stage. Haxorus is a Dragon type Pokemon with the moveset of Counter, Breaking Swipe, and Surf. Haxorus is very glassy, so we're going to pair it with 2 tanks in the back of Lanturn and Registeel. So let's go ahead and get right into matches. Hop in the next match, we have Haxorus versus Noctowl. This is pretty much a neutral lead. Wing attacks would be a lot. We say swap into the Registeel, but they actually simultaneously swapped into Dugong right here, and we do have an energy lead. Energy lead Registeel means that we can just easily throw 2 lock-ons and throw a Zap Cannon as it throws our Ice Shard, and we do get a defense debuff, not defense debuff, attack debuff, and a shield. Dugong going for a drone right there. It's not going to be enough to kill, and Registeel goes for a Zap Cannon right there, and we do get the final shield. And can we reach the second one? We cannot, so we're going to pretty much just shield this up, shield the Icy Wind basically, and get to another one, which we do on just a sliver of health, and we are about to kill this Dugong with 1 counter right there. That Ice Shard does not register, and we're able to take out the Dugong right there. In the back, it's Quagsire. I do throw the Breaking Swipe on the CMP tire right there, and this would do a lot of damage. As I said in the beginning, Haxorus with its high attack stat is very glassy, so we do want to take that into consideration. We are able to swap and cast a Mud Bomb onto our Lanturn right there. And can we farm down in time? No, we cannot. As they reach the last minute Mud Bomb right there, it does a lot of damage, and in comes Noctowl as we saw in the beginning right here. So all we need to do is take out a Thunderbolt, but you know what? Since this is a Haxorus feature here on the channel, we're going to take it out with Haxorus. We do have a Breaking Swipe banked. We actually stop attacking. They take us down. Haxorus comes in, Breaking Swipes, and that is a good game. So GG's to my opponent right there. Hop in the next match, we have Haxorus versus Stunfisk. Beautifully right here, we do have access to counter, which is really cool. And they swap into Pelipper right here. Before swapping, I just want to be safe and throw a Breaking Swipe, which just over almost half damage. Haxorus has a very high attack stat, and it's very glassy, so you can easily just swap into the Registeel, go for a Zap Cannon right there, and as they're about to reach Weather Ball number 2, meaning that they are about to get hit with the Zap Cannon right there. Will they shield or let it go? They'll let it go through, and down goes Pelipper, and let's see what that decides to come in. In comes Galarian Stunfisk once again, as we can just let this go. I'm hoping just a Rock Slide, so they attempt to farm down, but it's actually an Earthquake right there. Either way, either one of the 2 works, as Haxorus could each just come back in and throw Breaking Swipes. Counter and Breaking Swipe is such a good combo, especially in this meta right here, but I'll explain that all in the end. And in the back, it is a Beedrill right here. Again, we throw a Breaking Swipe, then swap, as it is safe for Lanturn, can easily just take a draw on easily, but Beedrill has a high attack. It still does like over half damage right there, as 2 draw runs basically kill anyway. We do get the final shoot with the Surf right there, and can we get to another Surf? No, we cannot. We do have to shield up the draw once again, and we do have to throw a Surf right here, and Lanturn kills the Beedrill with the Surf, and that is a good game. So GG's to my opponent right there. Hop in the next match for Haxorus versus Azumarill. Pretty bad lead right here. Azure resist everything that we have, and they're staying in right there. They're staying in, meaning that they're pretty much weak to knock ABA or ABB, weak to Noctowl in the back. Lanturn goes for a Thunderbolt right there. It does huge damage, and in comes a Jellicent. So I was pretty much right. It's pretty much probably a triple water team, which all of them pretty much get swept by a Lanturn. Lanturn goes for a Thunderbolt right there, able to get a shield right there, and look at these water guns just adding up on the Jellicent right there. Jellicent goes for a Shadow Ball right there, and can we get to a Thunderbolt in time? No, we cannot, as we're about to go down when the Shadow Ball connects, and in comes Registeel. Registeel can easily just take any move right here. I could have just gone with the Haxorus and straight Breaking Strike, but hey, I mean, like, Haxorus is very glassy. He doesn't want to take the Surf and a Shadow Ball. Pretty much anything that's coming towards the Haxorus is basically one shots it. So pretty much every move the game just one shots basically. Anyways, going for a Zap Cannon right there, and down goes Jellicent right there, and able to go for a Breaking Strike. So actually in this match I was actually running Night Slash because I forgot that in the Great League we do want Surf, so take that into consideration right there. And able to go for a player right there, and this is pretty much a huge mistake right here, but they're actually going to live on 1 HP and they're going to get to a move right here, and that's pretty much really bad, as I do need to shield for the Noctowl and back because I do know they're close to Sky Attack right there. We're just one counter away, unfortunately, to reach the Breaking Swipe right there. Breaking Swipe pretty much would have won the game right here. One wing attack and that kills my Registeel, and we do lose a heartbreaking game. Hopping to the next match, picking up a really good lead, Haxorus into Empoleon, and they swap into her Mandibuzz right here. So in the back, what I'm reading is an Alolan Ninetales, the Zionic line of Empoleon, Mandibuzz, and Alolan Ninetales. We do let this go. It is a foul play. It actually does a lot. Anyway, even after a single debuff, Haxorus cannot tank anything well, unfortunately. Mandibuzz going for another foul play right there, able to shield that up and going for a Breaking Swipe. Breaking Swipe, can we counter that in time? Yes, we can. And down goes Mandibuzz, and in comes Alolan Ninetales, which it is. I did read that correctly, and we do swap into the Registeel. Swap into the Registeel, as we do want to save our Haxorus for a potential sack swap. Able to get a shield with the Zap Cannon right there, as Registeel just basically has a brilliant matchup against Empoleon because of the Focus Blast and the Zap Cannon. And we do reach another Zap Cannon right there. I was supposed to throw on good timing right there, but I actually lagged a bit. I don't know what happened there, but you can't have GP or what else lag, huh? Alright, back in the commentary over here. Lanturn into Empoleon right there. Lanturn can easily just throw a Thunderbolt right there, as Empoleon can't really do anything besides spam these Hydro Cannons. They are adding up, but not really adding up. And Alolan Ninetales comes back in because the switch timer is up. Lanturn goes for a Thunderbolt. Alolan Ninetales, it connects on the Alolan Ninetales right there, and can we get to the Thunderbolt in time? We do try to catch, but one more Water Gun, and we're able to get to the Thunderbolt in time, and that is a good game. So GG's to my opponent right there. Alright, hopping into the next match, we have Haxorus versus Fracture. This is really bad, so we do have to swap into the Registeel right here, and they actually have a Haxorus on their own. So could this be Double Dragon, the Double Dragon evolution line? Let's find out. Registeel gonna go for a Zap Cannon right there. Zap Cannon will get a shield. This gets attack debuff, but I don't think it matters, as basically if I do decide to shield this, and this is pretty much just game over for me, as Haxorus, even my own Haxorus just dies to one Breaking Stripe of their own from the opposing Haxorus. So we do decide to go for the Zap Cannon right there, and that was my biggest regret, as I should have just gone for the Focus Blast right there. As Focus Blast was basically one shot, and look how much that did. Even after 2 single debuffs, it's still pretty much one shot at my Haxorus, and I'm trying to prove my point here. This thing is not the tankiest, and we do concede the match right there. So GG's my opponent right there. Picking up a bad lead in the next match, Haxorus into Sylveon, and we do say swap into the Lanturn right there. Lanturn meets a Emolga discharge, doesn't do a lot of damage, and as we do a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is pretty much my landing wing com right here, and we do decide to get a shield. If shields are down, then Haxorus can definitely go to town with the Breaking Swipes and the Surf and everything. Since a high attack stat means so much for his glassiness. Lanturn goes for a Surf right there, and they do decide to shield right there, and we can just easily let this go and bring in the Haxorus. Haxorus came in far enough in time, but actually don't risk it and actually do the Breaking Swipe early. And that's perfectly fine. Haxorus takes out Emolga with the Breaking Swipe right there, and in comes Medicham, and this will be a pretty much close game, as I do need 2 moves to kill the Medicham right here. So I don't think a Zap Cannon and the Focus Blast will kill, so I do think I need one more Zap Cannon to take out the Medicham fully. We do shield the Psychic right here, and can we reach a Zap Cannon in time before we get to a move? Yes, we can, and this will be a pretty much close game. Since the Alolan Ninetales isn't not the Alolan, the Sylveon can get through the Zap Cannon in time. Well, we actually get outpaced, unfortunately. Psyshock takes us out right there, and there's nothing Haxorus can do. And can we reach the surf in time? No, we cannot. And Haxorus, unfortunately, is just taking way too much damage from these charms, so unfortunately, that's a good game right there. Hopping into the final match, we have Haxorus versus Bastiodon. Really good match right here, as we do have access to counter right here. And they swap into a Nidoqueen. We throw a Breaking Swipe, does over half of the Nidoqueen's health, and we swap into Lanturn. Lanturn can eat a Earth Power, eat a debuff Earth Power, and it still does a lot coming from a Shadow Nidoqueen. Shadow Nidoqueen does hit hard, and in comes Swampert. So they're running a Bastiodon double ground team. So pretty much an unbalanced team, but it's alright. Early in the season, people are still learning, and we do bring in the Registeel, as Haxorus is basically my win con. I do have to sacrifice the Registeel right there, as Swampert with the Hydro Cannon will not be Swampert's Hydro Cannon will not be enough to take out the Registeel there, as Swampert does go for another Hydro Cannon right here. Can we farm down in time? But they actually get to remove, as Swampert is really spammy. Swampert's spamminess can actually cost me this game, and they swap back into the Bastiodon right here, and we do decide to go for the surf, as Breaking Swipe is basically my loose con. They let that go through. I do one more counter and throw the Breaking Swipe right there. Breaking Swipe does lower the attack right there, and can we counter down the Swampert in time? Yes, we can, and that is a good game. So all in all, Haxorus in the Open Grade League for the Go Battle League. To be honest, when I saw this thing on PvP, it was ranked 53rd overall on PvP, and I was expecting to be a really like anti-meta spicy pick. It's not meta by any means because of its glassiness and its high attack stat, but due to the glassiness, I would have to say that it's pretty much an off-meta spicy pick. With 2 shield advantage and everything, and with 2 shield and energy advantage and shield, this thing can go to town. I would have to say Breaking Swipe is definitely a huge improvement over Dragon Claw. It's literally a Dragon Claw clone, but it gets that attack debuff guaranteed chance also of 100%. So while you do well, by the time you're watching this video, Axew Community is over. If you forgot to evolve your Axews or whatever, please do wait until December or use an Elite Charge TM, because I do think when Master Premier does come around, it will be a monster, and also it will also be a monster in the new cup of the single monotype cup, but we will have to see how the meta shifts up for the Pacific Cup. For Master Premier, I can definitely say for sure, with the new addition of Breaking Swipe to its moveset, I can definitely tell this thing will be everywhere and it will be such a good core breaker. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until next time, I'll see you guys all in the next one.